Howdy, howdy. Welcome, everyone, to the closing playbook for Monday. What are we? October 13th. That's where we are in the world. How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Nate, your mic sounds a little jacked up. I don't know if you
Oh, really?
a little echoey. I'm guessing that you are not connected. Pretty crazy day today. I mean, my goodness, pretty crazy Friday and then a crazy Monday here. The only thing kind of surprisingly lagging behind still is Bitcoin. Nate, I'm not sure if you have a take on that right now, but obviously the Q's up nicely, the small caps up nicely, S&P up nicely. All of our more leverage names are moving like crazy. If you guys saw my Telegram, BITF up 25% today. It's just insane. GEV's up 7%. I don't know if you guys saw Oklo. I wish I never sold this stock, Nate. This is when I constantly kick myself for selling. I thought I was a genius trading it from like $8 to 40. It's at $170 today. And we're not talking about over 10 years here. We're talking over like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Iron also just unbelievable to see what that stock has done. But I think that's more the environment we're in. I think we're going to see more of these stocks really go crazy. Maybe it'll switch it instead of Oklo, it'll be the next one, or instead of iron, it'll be the next crypto miner. All that sort of stuff. Well, I'm sure will happen. But I don't think this is the last of the crazy runs that we've seen in this market. I think we're going to continue to see stuff pop up, kind of make its way to the masses a little bit late, and then it'll be the next stock going. BE, another one. Bloom has been a ripper.
And the thing is, like Josiah called me earlier, and he was like, "Just let me know when it pulls back, and I'll buy in." I'm like, dude. I happily will, but these things, if you look at these stocks, and it's unbelievable to look at them, but they just go up and up and up and up. And I'm with Josiah that I'm like, I feel you. We gotta have a pullback, right? But it just keeps going. So
it's pretty wild. One of the things that I can't stop thinking about, Graham, is this idea if there's any way to capitalize on the end of the day. So just an example of this. This is the SPX, right? So this is the SPX. Let me go to the 0 DTE here. I have a line drawn at 66.50, which is about where it is now, and 66.60. And these are 15-minute candles. So you can see, these 15-minute candles tend to cover, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks of ground. And I just keep wondering if there's a way to get enough decent timing where you could trade something like the 66.55, 66.60, which would be, a $9 move here at the end of the day and make 300% or 200% on one of these, or maybe even actually trade in the money. So trade the 66.45, 66.50 and make, a 40+% return in 25 minutes with SPX doing nothing. I have not yet actually developed any kind of directional thought process on this. But it does seem to me that at the end of the market where you're playing with such fire, and what I mean by fire is that, let's say that you've got 1,000 contracts on this. You're like an institutional trader. A 0.01% move could be the difference between $1 million of profit settling and $0. Just literally on a razor's edge, and so. At the end of the day, where these are moving just a couple of dollars, you're getting the most extreme percentage changes. And so I just keep wondering, is there a way to take advantage of those extreme percentage changes at the end of the day? I'm waiting for you to tell me exactly how to do it.
I don't have
it. To pause this for. I'm saying you're supposed to say, yeah, all you got to do is put XYZ on the chart, and then you'll know.
I've actually tested that. I've got one, Nate, that's been working from 2:30 to the close, but it's not 300% gains. But I think it's very, very fascinating. We talk about markets moving. Obviously, they move a lot at the open and then a lot at the close. So it'd be really cool. One thing I did, I I was thinking about over the weekend, and me and my good friend ChatGPT were really spitballing back and forth together on it. And I'll circle back to what you've got going here as something to think about. But if you think about each and every ticker that has options expiring on Friday, let's think of, I don't know, a stock like, I don't know, Oklo, for example. If Oklo has 10,000 call options that are in the money, and I'm just making up numbers here, and it's Friday, and 10,000 are expiring in the money, which means they will be exercised, versus 100 put options in the money, and I'm, again, making this up, that's obviously a very skewed ratio. What would that mean for the stock as exercising happens, as shares are being delivered? That's something I was thinking about. And so I wonder if there's something similar there with the S&P. Now, that might be something we want to bring Kane on for, since he's got all the options data as far as what's expiring, what's on the line for the market makers. But
yeah, I'm sure you can tell us where some big levels are going to be hit. I mean, here's another way to think about it. I guess if we're right in the midpoint here, and a lot of these candles are moving $10, and we either need a $10 move to the upside or a $10 move to the downside, is there a decent chance that it's actually going to finish above 66.60 today or below 66.40? Are the odds good enough? To me, it seems like no. It seems like if I had to pick, I would say it's going to stay in between those two white lines. But at the same time, a lot of these candles move. We've seen the last 20 minutes of the day move quite a bit. The crazy thing is usually one of these, like reverse iron condors that I trade would pay you 20%, 30%. This one would pay you over 100%. So that's kind of interesting too. I don't know. I just feel like there's something to that, that there's probably a decent chance that if you did some analysis, you could take advantage just strictly because of how much the percentages change. I'm going to put this trade on and see what happens.
yeah, it's definitely something worth testing, something worth looking into.
I'll let you guys know if I make over
It's a hoot.
100% on this.
Now I'm hopeful that we finish above 66.55 today. That's where I got my strikes on SPX.
Oh, really?
The 60-minute income trade for max profit. So we're at 66.53. I need 2 points.
Oh, well, then I will fingers crossed that we not only finish above that, but above 66.60. And then I can tell everyone that I have a 100% hit rate on my 100% 20-minute trades, or whatever I'm going to call them. But anyway, this idea to me of, especially when you have a high price instrument like SPX, but you have $5 spreads fluctuating is really unique. Because if you guys think about it, usually if you're trading a spread on something, the spread is going to be reflected in the price of the instrument. So you trade a $900 stock, it has a $10 spread, for example. $900 stock, $10 spread. Well, that means the spread itself is 1% wide. So the price doesn't just fluctuate on one side of the spread and the other side of the spread, right? You guys might not know exactly what I mean just talking offhand here. So maybe I'll do a little bit of a demonstration on this tomorrow. But with a $6,600 instrument and a $5 spread, you're talking about 0.1%, less than 0.1%. So you can very, very quickly go from 100%, what would be 100% profit, to a 0%. You can flip back and forth. Okay. And so that potential of how quickly that can change is a very interesting kind of concept to me. So Cynthia asked, am I really looking for an answer? Yes. If you can tell me how to predict how stocks can move the last 10 minutes of the day, let me know. I am very much looking for an answer. Okay. That's just my random thoughts for the day. Let me get to my actual trade because it was based on this poll question. Will the IWM hit new highs by the end of the week? I've got 79% of people who are saying yes, Graham. They think IWM will be at new highs. Here's the chart. Looks pretty good. And we've got 4+ days left, 4 days and some change left to hit all-time highs on the IWM. Only 91 votes so far. So if you want to go to my Telegram and vote yes or no right now, you can do that. But we've got about 80% of people. So if we want to take that,
I voted.
Did you vote yes?
I can't tell you my vote. That would ruin the whole anonymous polling.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I don't want to.
I voted yes.
All right, because I like it. I like it to go right back up, and that would be like trading it above 248. So then I was thinking, all right, we got 80% of people who think it's going to finish above 248. Well, if you go to the October 17th, which will be Friday, and you go to the 248, that's a 200% return. So we've got 80% of people who think something's going to happen that pays out a 200% return. That's an advantageous pot odds. As if if we're good enough guessers that our 80% at all represents probabilities, well, that would be a pretty darn good probability. So if you are someone who voted yes, and you think there's a above a, even a 40% chance, well, this would be a trade to take. So I'll give it to you right now. It would be buy the October 17 IWM, 247 call, sell the October 17 IWM, 248 call, and the debit there is about 33 cents. Just jumped up to 34 cents, but we'll try it for 33 cents because that would put us over a 200% ROI. I'm gonna grab a couple in here. I'm not gonna grab a lot. I'm just gonna grab 10. Try to get filled at 33 cents here. You can see TOS does the math for me. 330 risk, 670 potential reward. That's an over 200% gain if IWM finishes above that. All right, so there's our trade. And I'm not even going to say my trade. I'm going to say your trade because you all are the ones who voted yes on that poll for IWM to get above all-time highs.
Very nice, Nate. Very, very nice.
Vote yes
Graham
too.
to say something important, but he's just.
I am about to say something important, but I was trying to figure out where I put that gap scanner code. I'm sure.
Oh, we're supposed to be doing gaps today, huh?
It's all part of the party here. We're all having fun.
I kind of railroaded your.
We also have Alex joining on. He was in
Hey, Alex.
it may have been leftover messages from last week. I'm not sure, but it was in the messaging that he'd be on today. So I called him and said, "Hey, apparently you got to be on. So time to get in here." So Alex, we're gonna put you on the spot today. See what you got. I do have one gap trade for us, just one that popped up on the scanner. So we'll look at that here in a second. Actually, there's another page.
You want me to post the code?
What's that?
Do you want me to post the code?
Yeah, that would be great. And then if you don't mind, can you send that to Deanna too in the Playbook channel and ask her to add that to the members portal?
Sure.
Guys, if you don't have the members portal, it's $1 for lifetime. It's very expensive. Lifetime means you get it forever. You don't have to pay ever again. So that whole dollar. It's better than holding it and watching it inflate. You can put it in the Playbook and get all the codes. So we'll be adding that to the members portal as well. Now, Alex, before I turn it over to you to put you on the spot, I just want to show you guys something crazy here right now. So the markets took a little plunge on Friday, right?
I heard about that.
Still near all-time highs, still within 2% of all-time highs right now on the S&P 500. I mean, let me just pull up a chart of the S&P 500 first. If I can get it to pop up on my screen. All right, here we go. Here comes my screen. Adding it to stage. All right, here's the S&P 500. Everyone can see this, right? I mean, SPX. Does this look bullish or bearish to you guys?
Looks pretty bullish, Graham.
Not a trick question. Bullish or bearish? It's obviously very bullish. We've been above the 200-day moving average since middle of May. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row now. We've been screaming higher, looking really good right now. Would you think market sentiment right now is leaning bullish or bearish, though? As in, do you think that that fear and greed index we look at, do you think there would be more on the greed side or the fear side here?
I mean, I would sure hope greed side.
You know, I think the news is fear and the market is greed.
Yeah, Dave, you're onto something here. This is the fear and greed index today.
Dude, they must be crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not like it's actually going out and asking people how they're feeling. It's pulling market momentum, stock price into market breadth, put to call ratio, which I'll point to here next, a bunch of information. The VIX, which we know got totally out of hand on Friday. And it's using this to give us that, hey, the market is fierce right now. Guys, we are within 2% of all-time highs, and the market's fierce. You know that we like to buy when this thing says fear, which is crazy to me. You'd think we need a bigger pullback to get it to flip to fear. Nope. Just one down day in the market. Look at this put to call ratio. We said, look, it just dipped below that 0.75 threshold. Told you that on the 6th, so about a week ago, which means we could get a dip here. That did happen, obviously off some news. We are already right near the buying point. We say we buy at 1 here on the put to call ratio. So within 1 day, it's already gone to oversold and time to buy.
That's wild.
Wow.
To me, that's crazy, but that just goes to show just how strong this market is, how bullish people truly are in the sense that they're ready to buy all dips. We looked at that chart the other day that we haven't had a 3% pullback since the bottom of April. Every single time the market's fallen 2 to 2.5%, buyers stepped in and bought the dip. Looks like we're getting the same thing here right now.
We need a strategy called the weekend trampoline, where
Yeah.
it dives down on Friday, it bounces back up over the weekend, and gaps up on Monday.
That's just what we need. The trampoline. Dave, we'll put you in charge of that one.
Yeah, I was at gymnast for 5 minutes when I was a kid.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, cool. Well, with that said, Alex, I'll turn it over to you and see. Let's just give us a little overview. Pull up your screen if you don't mind and whatnot. Just tell us what's happened today in your Telegram. I know we've been pushing hard to get people to join your Telegram, which we know it's very, very costly to get in there.
Yeah, it's
You gotta
all
be
a
really
zero,
committed. You got to max out your credit card for $0.
zero buckaroos, folks.
Free to get in there, guys. Let's get that link posted here in the chat for Alex's Telegram. Alex, walk us through some of the trades you saw today and if there's anything we need to know about right now.
For sure. So, good news. I've been using, I designed a scanner, right? And we were just getting the finishing touches put on it for launch coming up on Sunday, 7 p.m. I'm actually flying down to Florida to hang out with Graham at his house.
He'll be sitting right here, right next to me. I got a matching chair.
Yep.
Oh, you actually got him a matching chair. Must be nice. I
Yeah.
didn't get a matching chair.
Yeah, Nate, just because you're undeserving.
Apparently.
But yeah, so look, I'm traded with this all day just to make sure that it was good. And I will say, like, I love this thing, man. It's the devs did a good job on sort of translating what I had on my own computer to a web app. This is what all of y'all are going to be able to use coming up on Sunday. And we got some good trades today using this. First one was NVTS, Navitas Semiconductors. Early this morning, basically at the open, we saw three flows come in for 950 calls. We entered 3 minutes. We got in basically right here at the little bounce, rode it up, and we got a quick, 68% winner on this in about, 9:37, 9:38 to 10, 40 minutes.
It's not too bad.
Those things were super aggressive. Those looked like they were like 6% out of the money. Did it say at 950? Those strikes were.
Yeah. So about 3 to 5% is like the sweet spot for this. I mean, you can do 20%. It's just gonna be. You just have to, we've done 20% out of the money stuff. But I would say 3 to 5% tends to be the sweet spot, which is why I have all this nicely laid out for everyone, so they'll be able to see what it looks like. So that was good. And then we circled back on our favorite stationary bike company, Peloton, which actually was really, really cool. We only got a 15% gain, or at least I did, but some of my subscribers held on, and this thing just cranked all day long. We got in about here, and we got out when it started selling off 15%, but it did hold support. It just kept on grinding. So one of my dudes, Greg, I think he said he made a couple hundy today on this one. That's all he told me. In his words, a couple hundy.
A couple hundy.
A couple hundy. And so then then our third trade was NAK, Northern Dynasty Minerals, which we're living in mineral mania, ladies and gentlemen. 31% up today. We got in on this. What time did we enter that? I don't know. I forget what time we entered this. It was in the morning, maybe around 10 or so, 10:30. It was another quick. It was like a 30-minute gain on that too, 17.39%. But then again, that also kept on rolling. So you could have actually done better than that if you'd held on, but I did not. I just wanted to take my money and run because it was kind of a topsy-turvy little opening this morning, even though we kind of caught a bid here and had been solid on SPY and the Qs, but early in the morning it was up and down. Yeah,
and guys, again, I just pinned his Telegram there in the chat. It's free. Literally no reason. We have 473 people here. All 473 people should be in that Telegram channel. You just had a new one posted right before hopping on, right?
Yeah, so that's our overnight scanner. I'm looking. I think that could be cool. We got all these late market orders on Pinterest coming in. So hey, if you do want to do this one, I just sent it out to my Telegram. I can give you guys the. Can I get the chat link, David? I didn't get the.
I'll just drop
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I'll just
sorry.
drop the same.
I didn't
Do you want me to just use the same one from your Telegram?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Guys, I'm pulling this directly from his Telegram. He posted it 7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Wow, look how nice we are. We didn't even make them join the Telegram to get the trade. We're so
I know.
Top
I'm
of the
just
line
saying, if you
service.
guys want to get them quicker,
It gets
Go to
better
Telegram, it's free.
every day. Yeah, we're already up 16% on that. So,
Oh.
but the 18%. But what's the trading at now? We can change the limit. So we go for double to triple digit winners overnight on this. It's not 30-minute intraday trades or whatever, 2-hour intraday trades. So if you can, I don't know, 60, 64, 63, I think you can still be pretty good tomorrow. Because again, I'm not getting out now, even with 18%. I want to get, a higher double or maybe even a triple out of this tomorrow morning.
That's sweet. It's always nice to be up, 20% or whatever before the overnight event kicks in. But yeah, super pumped about the scanner stuff. I mean, obviously, I got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes so far on that, and kind of the mechanism, if you will, that makes that whole thing drive. And so it's pretty wild. I think if you guys are there on Sunday, you'll be pretty blown away. It'll start to click a little bit why stuff like Peloton and some of the other ones get ripping, and some of them just rip all day long, depending on like how far out of the money it is and what else is going on in the institutional framework. So I won't spill the beans too much, but it's pretty wild once you actually see it in action and what's driving it.
sorry, that was pins. I messed up. I didn't give you guys the ticker.
I
There
just
you go.
posted it. I don't know if you want to edit yours, but I just posted it. It's pins, PINS.
Pinterest.
Yep.
Good
Now,
old-
Alex,
I didn't even know Pinterest still existed, by the way, until like a week ago.
Dude.
I told everyone on Thursday or Wednesday last week, can't remember, that you're 83% win rate trading directionally with this. I have to correct myself. It's now 85% win rate.
Yep, we just crossed 85% this morning.
So not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Now I'll get to a trade. I don't think I'm going to get this gap fill set up that I like today, but I'll let you guys know about it. But before we get there, Alex, I think I would personally pay a couple $1,000 to access your scanner, probably $2,500, $3,500 a year. I assume that folks who have been taking the trades would probably feel the same. But guys, Alex does not know this yet, but Nate and I have a secret plan going on behind the scenes where we're going to see if we can offer it up for free, the scanner,
Whoa.
access to the actual scanner. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, give me a yes in the chat. If that's something you would not be interested, give me a no.
Good to know that. Well, folks,
Well, there's no promises, but
All right.
we're trying to work up something here for
All
you.
right. Free doesn't have to end, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has to end at some point, but we're
Yeah, it
working
does.
some magic. We're working, potential.
So we
Yeah,
actually we want to get it in the hands of folks.
Yeah, and I will say too, ladies and gentlemen, these are not all day trades at all. So sometimes they are, and sometimes we hold overnight. I mean, this is not a day trading thing either. If you're worried about that,
And I think, like Alex, for you like, you're the kind of guy, you get up 20, 30, 40, 50%. You're like, I'll take a profit. But most of your big winners have actually happened overnight.
right, and a lot of this stuff, like I get a ton of. I mean, if you look at just the scanner today, look at this. Well, 394 hits today. That is a ton of trades happening every day. That I don't, and I'm that's why I'm okay. But like, if most of these, if you held them overnight, would have actually turned out bigger. I just personally, that's what I like. I want to start the day fresh. I'll hold. We have a UUU uranium uranium. What is it? Uranium UEC? No, I don't know. What is UUU? Energy Fuels. It's a uranium company. We're holding that overnight, but it's just how it. But a lot of these, you let them hold overnight, they actually go higher. It's your style, right? That's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of the scanner. And I've actually been putting the finishing touches in all the training modules too. So I'm showing you how to determine when to exit, when to enter, when to think you want to hold, or how to apply it to your own trading style. So it's really I'm really stoked about this.
It's so cool. And you've done really well on it too. So I'm really excited about it. And we've got a question here from Ron. Will there be a shared Thinkorswim link? Guys, it's just all web-based.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, really easy to use from anywhere, anytime. Now, all right, I promised you guys I would tell you about my gap fill ticker. Let me pull up the scanner here just to show you guys. We've just got a couple minutes here before the market's close. So we got 2 trades on the board. We got Nate's IWM trade, Alex's pins trade. Also, Alex, what was that trade you had last week? It was something crazy. Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
He gave us Wolf on Thursday last week on Shotgun Thursday. Peaked over 700% in my brokerage overnight.
Yeah.
Which was insane.
That's pretty hot, man. I think some guys and gals in this chat got some winners too.
What the heck is Wolf?
It's another one of those stocks like Iron, CLSK, Cypher.
Yeah, it's a minor, I think.
Is it WOLF or
WU? Yeah, Alex posted in his Telegram like up 200%, and I messaged him. I said, "Haha, I'm up like 700."
Yeah, that was sick.
But all from a scanner, so super cool. All right, I got to get going here. I don't think we're gonna get a trade today. We like to do these gap fills on Mondays. Again, this is the code I built for you guys. It's going up in the Opening Playbook members portal. I just realized I forgot to send it to Deanna, who works behind the scenes, to get this to you. But make sure you have that membership so you can get this code for yourself on StockFetcher. And again, you just flip to the charts view and you can see any gap fill opportunities. We're not going to have time to get into all the training right now. This week, I want to really specifically look for bullish opportunities. So FCX here is technically a bullish one. The other one we had, let me keep going. I think we had 2 pages here. Oh, right here, MOS. This is the one I was going to try to get to you guys today. The problem is, if I flip over here to MOS, here's our gap, right? It's just below our entry price. Our entry price would be right here on the highs of the gap down day, which is 31.24. It was there earlier today, and it just pulled back. So we'll just have to keep MOS on our watch list for now. Obviously, if it closes here today in the next 2 minutes, you could take it. But if it comes back tomorrow, we just want to set a alert here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click in Thinkorswim at this price, and I'm going to say set alert, create alert. And then what I'm going to do is MOS on the stock. I want to see if it's at or above whatever that price is I just told you. What was that price? Does anyone remember? Let me get that exact number. 31.24. So I'm going to create alert, set it at 31.24. And then that way, if tomorrow, I don't have to be all over the stock tomorrow. If it gets above there, it'll just ding on my Thinkorswim. Hey, your ticker's above that entry price that you're looking for. So I'll remember, hey, MOS could be a gap fill opportunity for us, which this one's a pretty good one. $31 to $33. It's about 7% on the underlying stock here. Really, really solid opportunity here on MOS if we do get that opportunity to trade. I wish I had one for you guys here today, but I think with Friday's price action and then today, we just really haven't had that many qualifiers for us on the gap. Let's go check this second page just in case. There's nothing new and fresh on here. So we'll stick with the pins and IWM trade from Alex and Nate for now. Any final closing remarks for you guys before we jump off? And I will get that code added to the members portal.
I already sent it to Deanna.
Oh, you're the best.
I will tell you that I have successfully lost 100% of that SPX trade that I attempted.
Really?
So yeah, nailed it.
I'm glad you look at it as a successful loss, though, as opposed to
it's a successful learning.
Yeah.
There's only negative gains, no losses.
That's right.
I'm learning as we go. Don't worry. When I conquer how to trade in the last 10 minutes of the day, you guys will be the first to know.
It'll be fun. We'll just do it here on Closing Playbook every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, whenever somebody tells me that they're going to file bankruptcy, I just say, think of all the debt you earned. It was a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you really got to dedicate yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
There we have the.
Hey Nathan, before we go, do you want to? Oh, hello, goodbye. Do you want to put a target on the IWM trade that you gave him?
No, I'm going to go for the full 200% here and see if we can hit it by Friday at all-time highs. Just remind me, you guys, on Friday in case I forget to pull it back up, and we'll check where we're at, and we can make sure if it is in between or wherever we can do a target then.
Awesome. We are going to go ahead and let you guys know about the dollar options, which we got a new one today on a new ticker, one that's looking really, really good right now, especially we got a little buying opportunity on Friday, a little gift from the markets, if you will, where I think we're going to have a really awesome opportunity this week. We're all pretty bullish, right? We had 80-something% of people in Nate's Telegram saying IWM all-time highs. This is a ticker that's really strong. I like it. If you guys were here with Roger on Friday, Roger and I were talking about it. We both love this stock. And I'm going to trade it this week to target around 112%. That's the exact number, 112% return on the options if this ticker gains about 1%. To give you an idea, this ticker typically moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% in a week, and it looks really good right now. So we'll go ahead and roll that for you guys. If you want to go ahead and trade that one with me, we're rigging the option to try and see if we can double our money right away by Friday.
Again, you guys know the drill. Profits, performance, not typical. We're not going to guarantee any future earnings because, of course, you could lose money on any trade that we talk about. But every single trade here is based on real trades sent out in real time. This is not a back test. It's not paper money. The average return here, winners and losers, 32% per trade in 4%. Guys, that's winners and losers. That's that average return we were talking about. 66% win, and there's my favorite number. An average win of 93%, even though most of these stocks barely moves. So obviously can't guarantee specific future results. There's always a high degree of risk. If you want to go through, just go to Prosperity Pub and you can read all of that. So welcome. If you guys don't know me, I'm sure you do. I'm Nate Tucci. I'm the publisher here at Prosperity Pub. And when most folks are paying, $500,000 or even more to trade popular stocks like Apple, Nvidia, or Google, one Florida-based trader discovered a new way to tap into what could be some of the most cheap options in the market that you can take advantage of. Trades costing right around $1, right around a good George Washington there to get in. And with this unique trading method, he's been able to watch as these trades double in just a very short move each and every week. In fact, over the last 18 months, he's already done it 58 times, including multiple doubles on some of the stocks I just mentioned, like this dollar trade on Apple, which cost $1.24 to get in and paid 101% ROI by the end of the week, or his $1 on Nvidia, entering at 120 per contract, pretty cheap way to trade Nvidia, and banking 108% by the end of the week. And then we had this dollar option on Google, which traded at 46 cents per contract and paid out 117% by the end of the week. You see, these money doubling opportunities on the dollar options are all thanks to a little known trick to rig the options market. And yes, I actually mean rig. It's a trick that very few people know exists. I'd guess that less than 0.01% of traders have ever taken a trade. As a matter of fact, I personally work with dozens of trading experts. I mean, a lot more than that in the last 10 plus years in the financial markets. But I had never heard of it until my special guest shared it just recently. Honestly, when he first told me about this, I didn't believe him. I didn't even think it would be possible to trade the market this way, because he claimed that unlike most options trading methods out there, where you need a stock to move 5%, 10%, sometimes even more to double your money, by rigging the market with these dollar options, we're able to target right around 100% ROI each week, even when the stock barely moves. That is my favorite part of everything you're going to learn today. For example, take a look at what happened with one of his trades on Apple. So during the week of June 24th, Apple is chopping around, going nowhere fast. We've seen Apple do a lot lately, and the stock gained 1.1%. Now, most investors would make next to nothing there, and option traders were probably hoping to break even on a 1% move. But with the dollar options, each one costs about $1.21 per contract to enter. Folks could have made 106% by the end of the week. Now, guys, does that chart look like a 106% gain chart to you? No, most people are not making 100%. The price of Apple barely budged from June 24th to June 28th, which would have been enough to turn $500 into $1,033 on that chart, or $1,000 into $2,066 for the week. Then the next week, he did it again. If you set your trade with him on July 1st, when he sent out the alert, folks would have gotten in for about $1.25 a contract. And again, watch as the investment more than doubled in a single week, enough to have taken $1,000 and turned it into $2,250 in just a couple of days, or $2,500 into $5,630. And keep in mind, these trades I'm showing are not from a back test. They're not a theoretical opportunity that you look back in the charts and could have found. Each and every example I'm sharing are from his live trade tracker, which he's been sharing in real time. Like the very next one, again, going for a double on Apple. This time, this was during the week of July 8th, going back to last year. Apple only moved about 1% that week. Again, most investors were probably falling asleep at the wheel, and option traders were starting to panic as that time decay is eating you alive. You're not making any money. But with this unique way to rig the market by using the dollar options, anyone could have followed along, paid $1.11 per contract to take the trade, and automatically cash out with a clean 100% ROI for the week. Once again, guys, does that look like a chart that you should have been able to make 100% on Apple? I don't think so. Common shareholders were left with pennies that week for every share. Now that 3 weeks in a row from real-time published trades where you could have doubled your money each and every week, and you didn't need the stock to make a big size move to see it happen. Depending on how much you want to start with, let's say $500, $1,000, $2,500, that would have been a shot, and this is just in those 3 weeks, to grab $1,659, $3,318, or $8,296. That's not even compounding. That's just $500 in each one, $1,000 in each one, in under a single month. Now, while that might sound too good to be true for some of you listening right now, let me reassure you that is as real as it gets. He's been sharing these dollar options with a whole group of students just like you. And here's what they've been saying. Ken, 100% gain on Apple in 5 days. Greg said 1,040, 100% gain on NVIDIA tomorrow, starting with about $1,000 on that one. Ben, who saw winners with his first couple of dollar options, said my first 2 trades were both 100% in a week. And then Ed R., who had 4 trades, said this is the only trading methodology I use now. My winning trades for the week: AVGO 121%, SMCI 121%, Meta 90%, NVIDIA 109%. Or Richard said, hey, Graham, being conservative, I made $2,820 in the last 2 weeks with those dollar options. Loving it. Or Jim T said, I love so far. I've made over $5,000 using this strategy. Guys, these are from people who are not used to making 100% gains. They thought 100% gains were few and far between, and now they're hitting them on a regular basis because of this style of trading. And so today, my guest, I'm sure you probably know who my guest might be, is trying to bring on 50 new students to take the next dollar trade opportunity with them. So if it sounds like something you'd be interested in and you'd like to get in on the next dollar option, hang tight, because over the next few minutes, he's going to walk you through exactly how they work, why almost no one has been able to crack the code on these dollar options before, and the key insight that he's discovered that now allows him to rig the options market like he's the house at the casino. Plus,